The top of the Empire State Building.
Z100 New York.
What's up? It's Z100, New York's number one hit music station. I'm Crystal. This is Maxwell. We're inside of our Grubhub Artist Interview Lounge at PinkPantheress. I wish you got more sleep last night, girl. What were you doing?
I was just recording.
Oh, you were working.
Busy.
Yeah, I don't really record that much, but last night I did, and that was like one day out of like a couple months, you know.
You were feeling the energy, the vibes, the juices.
Kind of, honestly. Okay. Times Square just gives you something inside. I don't know what it is, but like when I go there, I just feel the need to do something. And it was recorded this time. Sometimes it's not recording.
What is it when it's not recorded, when you're not feeling that energy to create?
There was one time where I went at like 3 a.m. and we were trying to go to, what's that place with the arcade? Dave and Buster's?
Yeah.
And it was shut. So, but that was something, do you know what I mean? That's exactly what I mean. Like just something rubbish like that. That's what I wanted to do.
The energy in New York is always just on a level 10.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, when you get the chance to come here and visit and get the chance here to explore and to be in these streets. Crystal's in the streets more than I'm in these streets. She'll tell you. Like, are you properly in the streets or do you? No.
I just try and stay in. I honestly I'm a bit more of a home person, but like, I will go out for like an activity. That is it. Like just an activity. I don't know what it is. I just want to have fun.
It might be ghost hunting. It might be video games. It
could
just one
definitely.
activity.
Yes, of course. Like, especially ghost hunting. I actually did that once. It's fun.
What was ghost hunting like?
Well, it just proved exactly what I thought, which is that it's just not as like. These spirits aren't really coming for us the way people think they are. I'm sorry.
They're coming at us respectfully, like we're homies. What's the vibe?
No, they're not coming at all. If anything, like I was tapping on the thing. Like there was a person leading the thing and I was tapping on like things like that. Just to prove just how like...
They're not bothered by us at all. There's no...
No, because as in like, she was trying to listen out for sound. She was like, tap 3 times if you want to make correspondence with us. And I would be the one tapping, but it was dark so no one would know it was me. Oh. I feel bad. And it's on camera, it's on video. It's like, it's on video.
So you think ghosts are phony? It was all fugazi?
No, this is the thing. I think for some people it is a thing. And yes, obviously you can't play around with any of those things. Do I necessarily believe in that space at that time there was someone in the room with us?
No, not at all.
So I had to make her day. I had to make her believe something. She did. I just needed her to make sure the journey was
not
for something.
You trolling the ghost hunter.
Yeah, I didn't want her to. I know she paid a hefty taxi, but I just needed her to just get what she needed from that.
Okay, you're doing some ghost hunting in New York.
Yeah,
you were just doing recording, but also something huge you did was Gov Ball. Congratulations!
Thank you.
I've heard you say that you get stage fright sometimes. How has that been developing?
I still get stage fright. I think that like I prefer like the performance I did was at it was at a weird time. It was like 3, but it was still, I wasn't expecting many people, but it was so massive. Many people. So like, and everyone's like, every time at a festival I'll be like, do you think there's gonna be a lot of people? And people say yes, and that's not the answer I'm looking for. I'm always trying to hear people say no, like, because I don't want there to be a lot of people, because I get scared the more people there are. But it was good. Like, I don't know, I think there's like, I think the more I do it, the stage fright kind of, it stays more backstage these days than on stage. And that's the kind of most important thing.
To that point that there are so many people turning up, how must it feel to know that, you know, what you first initially began, creating these beats, these, you know, production gems in your bedroom, all of a sudden turning up to seeing 40, 50, 70,000 people. And then you see the numbers that are turning out where it's multi-hundreds of millions of streams globally. Like, I'm just giving you all the anxiety right now, huh? She's like, shut up, please. Stop with that. But no, to know that you're connecting, that must be one of the greatest feelings.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I said in an interview yesterday, like, the fact that but just because I know where it actually began, like, on SoundCloud before, when I was, like, kind of I wasn't begging people to listen to my songs, but I was like tricking people into listening to my songs on SoundCloud. I'd be like, I'll follow you if you like. So like the fact that like it just having one person listening is like enough, to be honest with you. Well, maybe like 2, but like
2, yeah.
but like Yeah, it is crazy when I think about it. But I don't think about it, and when I do think about it, I have like a weird existential crisis, so I just kind of like don't think about it.
Okay. You know it's there, but just let it ride.
Yes,
through.
definitely,
Okay.
yeah.
Understand.
Well, what's cool is that your music has led you to work with awesome artists. I know you were on a song, Baby Keem put you on.
Come on now.
Willow.
Come on.
How was it working with Willow? How did that happen?
I think I honestly just everything from with me, I just try and make it as organic as. So I just DM'd her, and I think it took a while, but then I think she saw it, and then it was trivial. It was not easy, but we got the song. And
Like, why? What do you mean? It was
because it's never easy. Like nothing can ever be easy. And then we got the song, and it was there's like 5 different versions of the songs that exist, and then it took like so many attempts to get the right one. Then and then we made the song, and boom, and that is it.
Yeah.
But it's never easy. I'm not even joking. Like it's never.
It's a process. I mean, when you're thinking about coordinating time, when you're thinking about trying to make sure that it's the proper fit, it's the right song out of those 5. I mean, it's definitely
exactly. And then you've
there's
got
layers.
the music video. You've got the just everything.
Yeah.
Like everything for real. It's like the easiest. I've always said like I have a different experience with each artist. Like, but at the end of the day, I'm always happy. Like, especially like when a song comes out, it's just it makes you realize like all of that, like all of this like behind the scenes stuff like that no one's meant to know about or see. It's like there's a reason it's behind the scenes, and like it ends up when the song comes out, you just realize like, damn, this. I mean, like it was a long process, but like I'm glad it happened, and I'm glad that this is what came out. So yeah.
Gosh, man, as we think about obviously the massive success of part 2, this isn't part 1, this is part 2.
This is part 2?
Yeah, to have Ice Spice on part 2 of this record that has been taking over the globe. Was this one that came a little easier than others? It just felt
that
right?
was so easy. Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, there we go.
Who would have thought?
Yeah,
Come
it was
on
so
now.
easy.
You needed that break.
Yeah.
Make it go easy, girl. But why was this?
Easy.
Why was this particular?
I just think that
process?
I think I feel like she's similar to. I feel like there's definitely many differences between me and her, but there's also many similarities. But as people, I feel like when it was like the point of like the remix happening and like my song having the part 1 having been out for like a month or whatever, I remember just like I just think for her it was just as simple as what it sounded like, which was just like, can I get a verse? Yeah, I want to do the song, I'll send you the verse. Like the verse came like a day after I asked, or like I sent her the beat. So like it was just so easy. And I feel like someone like her is like similar to me. It's kind of like we're 2 people that like kind of was just, she was been doing music for a long time, I've been doing music for a while, but like it was kind of like it went from kind of like 0 to like not 0. She was already popping in New York, but like it went from like this point to this point really quick. And I feel like there was nothing in either of our heads which was like we need to overcomplicate this. It was just like we both know what we want, like we both like the song, let's just do it, and like we'll figure it out. Like we just figured it out. And she was so easy to work with, and like she was so sweet and nice the whole process of it and stuff. And there was no like behind the scenes like stuff that had to like make it difficult, which I really appreciated, because like it makes the whole thing so much, it leaves a better like I don't know, it just like it makes things just so nice to, like, and
I'm getting goosies here and you explain that. Like it's really when it's supposed to just happen the way it's supposed to happen.
Exactly, that's exactly what I mean. Like it felt so much like it was meant to happen. That's exactly what I mean. So yeah.
Well, it did blow up so quick. I remember the streets were hearing it first and we loved it, and then we started playing it nights, and then real quickly it just got into quick rotation. Is that how you feel that like your trajectory as an artist kind of has started to go, or you're like, no, it's been a while, like I've been at this?
This is a thing. I don't think I'm genuine. I don't think in terms of like, because my whole thing is like I was just saying in another show, is like I as an artist, me going from she said it before, like in my bedroom making my own self-produced stuff, to like being on like me having like whatever, I don't know how many streams it was on, like me having a song before Boys Liar on like 200 million streams was like enough for me to feel like, okay, I'm happy with, and I've made it to a very great point for myself. I think after a certain point, I was like, anything going up from here is amazing and exactly what I want. However, there was no part of me that was like, how do I put it? There's no part of me that feels like I should be bigger than where I am, or like, because I'm like, I'm happy to cater for a very specific audience, and I realize, and I love the fact that I'm not for everyone. I love the fact that I'm for just like people that are just into like the sonics of what I'm about. I like, yeah. So
I'm telling you, hearing you speak about
you're
this,
funny.
well, I'm just saying, it's giving me goosebumps because I mean, it's just like you're speaking such a natural. It's just things are happening just the way that they are supposed to. You're not
yes, because I'm passionate about, because I'm really passionate about these questions like that. Like, you know, like, do you know how you blew up so quick? But it's like, yeah, it's like, yes, blowing up you're right, because yeah, it did go from like bedroom to this really quick. But like, I'm so happy to like be at this level with like a very dedicated like fan base that understand what I'm doing, as opposed to, because this is the thing, as much as I still love every bit of attention I receive from Boys a Liar Part 2. I'd say the one thing that I get the most is comments like, why did she sing like that? Why did she say this word like that? Like, the beat is so weird, stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, but it's because you're hearing it on this grand scheme. You've not heard the contextual. You haven't heard the discography. Like, just for me.
Let's go for like those records.
Yeah,
just, like...
but this is the thing. It's like, as an artist, there's no way I can feel any type of, because at the end of the day, it's a great problem to have because people are still listening to you. So
bam.
I'm appreciative of it. But yeah, so when people are just like, when people I feel like don't really quite grasp, like I've had people in comment sections be like, she's a terrible artist, like, and I'm like, you definitely only know this one song. So you can just look back and like, you know, just look back into like, you know,
dig
get
into
some
my
context.
discography, get to
just
know,
get some context. It's
yeah.
not, but if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you do, then you do.
There it is.
But
and there's so many people that have been loving your record. I mean, the countless numbers of celebrities and artists that have been doing the TikToks, the dances.
Yeah.
You said that your favorite and least favorite part of being famous is that you get to meet the amazing people that you've looked up to, but then sometimes it's let you down. But what has been those interactions that you just loved meeting that person or celebrity? Who was it?
Well, actually, this is funny. I mean, I loved meeting, like, there's people that I love meeting because sometimes you have this idea of how someone's going to be just based off of their online thing. And then you meet them and it's like, oh my God, they're so similar to me. Or like that we have a very similar humor and stuff. Like I felt that with like a Steve Lacy. I remember like, wow. And I just remember being like, oh my God, you're so funny. Yeah. I really like funny people. Like that's kind of like, that's how I get on with people. That is humor based. And so someone like a Steve, I was like, you're hilarious. Like, I'm so glad you're funny. I was just so happy that he was funny.
Fam, you also know that he loves video games too.
Yes, yeah.
He's a Guitar Hero gangster.
I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a picture of him. But yeah, Guitar Hero, great game. But and Isis actually, and Ice Spice as well. It's like, she's really, really funny. And I remember like being surprised at how much we could laugh about together, and just like, because a lot of the humor is internet based and stuff, and like it's nice, and she's only like a year older than me, and so it's like, yeah, I like meeting people that are like funny like that, and that's one of the pros. And obviously you've got the cons too of sometimes, like, you know, you'll meet someone and like maybe it didn't go exactly how you wanted it, and I'm sure, you know, it happens to everyone. It's not just me. It's happened to everyone.
I saw you hanging out with Lil Nas X. You guys were all over the stories together. I think you might have like shared a smooch or something. How did that happen, please?
That wasn't a smooch though. That's the funniest thing. And this is why
Context.
My favorite word is context matters, because context really does matter. But yeah, no, that's another person really, really funny, but like in a completely different way than you'd probably imagine. Like, he's actually so funny. But yeah, so I do, like when I'm in LA, like, I don't know, I find myself I work with his producers, like Take a Day Trip. I find myself with them a lot. Mm-hmm. And obviously sometimes he's there, and sometimes like he just pulls up on random places, like he'll be like, what are you doing? And like he'll just randomly put, and I love that. I love like hanging out with him and stuff.
Rolling up into, you know, you're going to
mirror
Whole Foods.
selfies now.
Yeah, now
the mirror selfies and the box. But this is the
Montero
thing.
rolls up.
Context matters, because it's like, yeah, it's a mirror.
I was like, what's going on here? I'm confused.
But it's at the end of the day, it's
I loved
like.
it.
But this is the thing. I feel like when it's someone like a Lil Nas X and like, because I feel like it's quite a random pairing. It gets blown up into. But it's like if you have a picture with your friend in a bathroom, is it that crazy at the end of the day? And like, yeah, I mean, the smooch or whatever. That wasn't actually what that was.
What was it? What's the context?
It was simply just, it was at his birthday party, and I remember he was stood on the steps, and we just stood on the steps. I've got a picture from another angle you can see, and you'd be like, oh, that's what was happening.
That's what
Literally, we
context
just
matters.
stood there. It was his birthday, so I was just like saying happy birthday, and then like he just went in for like a fake, like he just like was joking. He went like, and like.
So it looked like okay, it was a joke. There you go. I didn't.
Of course, did you really think that I was in a romantic relationship with someone that is openly
Context matters.
publicly
I was
gay?
so confused. I was like, she turned him out.
No.
Oh, that's crazy. No, that's not.
Happy Pride Month.
What's
Yes,
really
of
dope,
course.
though, what we're taking away from this conversation is that you get to do these things with the people who you feel most comfortable with. The timing of all this is happening when it's supposed to happen. All the years that you put, all the rolling out of bed and just scooching over to a desk and creating something has now gotten its true shine, and people are connecting to your music and hopefully digging into the library to get that context to fully understand who you are. And the fact that we get to press play several times over on the world's biggest radio station to a record that means so much to you is like one of the dopest things ever. So, I mean, this round of applause from us here in the studio is
Thank
just
you. Wow.
for you, damn it, being you. For real,
Oh,
for real.
thank you.
So, open door policy. But I know you got to get up out of here really quick now. So now you got to
Open
go.
door policy.
Yeah, but it's open door policy anytime you want to roll through. All right, PinkPantheress, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. And the Z100 Artist Interview Lounge. Love you, girl.
Thank you.
From the top of the Empire State Building.
Z100.